Alright everybody, in today's video we're going to be going over the RSI from PineScript. We're going to be going over this code exactly. We're going to be turning it into Python. As you guys can see here, we've got this RSI. We're going to be making this whole entire thing right here. And again, you guys don't have to worry about this, just an intro. And we're going to be making that. You can see here, let's just see 5860. Remember that 5860 and 5642. 5860. So you see here, we read these purple lines right here, 5860 and 5642, as you saw right there. So everything is looking pretty damn spot on exactly. Then after that, we are going to go through with plotting the RSI. As you guys can see here, it'll look exactly the same as if we go up to here. And I don't know, I guess it kind of this little section right here, if we just basically turn this moving average off, which I don't know who uses that. But yeah, it looks basically the exact same as what we have here because it is the exact same. Then after we do that, I'm going to show you guys my backtester that I've made where you can go through and select some stuff about stop loss, trailing stop loss, some other settings here and there. Then you can go through here. Look at this. With this nitro booster, we tested over, look at this, 136 million candles in 10 minutes. 136 million. You'll be able to get the results of it, and then after that you can come through and you'll be able to plot your results and see your cumulative P&L, see all of these things. And then when you're done with that, if you want, you can actually even watch every single trade happen in replay mode that I basically created here. And then last but not least, whenever you're done, you can come through here and actually place some trades. So let's go, I don't know, over here to Binance or Bybit, and well, let's run this really quickly and then come down here and see if we can run some Bybit action here. So we basically just place a trade over there on Bybit, and yeah, if you don't see, let's go ahead and run it again. You'll see it's going to change. Boom, it changed to 0.02. So everything is set up for you guys. I'm going to be explaining all of that later on in the video, but this video is going to be about how to create the RSI. So let's jump into that. Also, I'm giving away free lessons to those who qualify, and also I'm here to build your strategy for you or help you build your strategy. So go down below if you guys are interested in that, and follow me on Twitter, and then join the Discord or the Telegram, and then message me on Discord or Telegram letting me know, hey, I followed you on Twitter, I subscribed to your YouTube channel, I'm interested in setting up a one-on-one discovery call with you. So I'll talk more about that later. So anyways, what we have here is we have import NumPy as NP, so you're going to have to be familiar with NumPy a little bit. You're going to have to be familiar with Pandas a little bit. Then you're going to have to import plotly.graphObjects as Go. So you're going to definitely need these three things. And then also, too, you're going to have to be able to download candles. Now, I've already gone over how to download candles in another video, so you can guys go to the YouTube channel and search that if you need to. Or you can go to the GitHub, pip install my Quant Freedom, just literally pip install Quant Freedom, and then you'll have access to this, which is download exchange candles. And so here, if you're not at that point, then pause the video and go and do those things, or we'll just continue. And so here, the next thing we'll do is we'll get the candles. I'm just going to use my thing, download from the exchange Binance US, and then I'm going to get BTC USDT. I'm going to get the 1 hour, and I'm just going to download 400 candles. And then the way my candles come out, let's see, candles to DF. Oh boy, let's see what's going on here. All right, so we've got everything good to go. So the way my candles come out is like this. So if we do candles, so the way I have my candles is they come back as timestamp, open, high, low, close, volume. And so what we're doing here is we're saving close the column number 4, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is a NumPy array. And so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 saved as the close because that's the values that we're going to be using for the RSI. So how do we get the RSI? Well, let's go back up here. There it is. So what is it saying here? It's saying that the RSI, you're going to send it either the close values, and this is saying 7 here. And so the way this works is we have X is going to be your close values, Y is going to be your 7. So you have to do the math of X minus X, the previous X, so close minus the previous close, or 0. That's the change upward. And then here, this is saying the previous X minus X is the change downward, or 0. And then we have to do the RMA. So let's just do this little change thing first, okay? So how does that work? Well, what we need to do is we need to do close shift equals np.roll. So basically what we're going to end up with is this right here, okay? So first we're gonna shift our close values, and then we're going to get our gains and our losses, okay? So we're gonna roll, and this is gonna be close, and we're gonna roll it by 1. So then if we're going to do close shift 0 is going to be np.nan. Okay, so what does that look like? We have our close shift, which let's just grab the first, I don't know, 5 or 4. So we have nan blah 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 blah. So we look at our close first 5, you'll see all we've done is take this and put it here, take this and put it here, and take this and put it here. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to say that the change equals source minus close shift. Oh wait, not source, it's just going to be close. Actually, we're going to say that the source equals close. Okay, and then our length, I spell, equals 14. There we go. We'll do this, and we'll do source shift, and then whoops, this. All right. So now what we've done is we've just basically said the entire time we're doing source minus previous source. Or yeah, let's call it that. Previous source. So we're doing source minus previous source, which is basically the change, right? Which is basically this right here. Okay, and so what we're doing now is we're going to say gains equals np.where change is greater than 0. We want to put change 0. So we're saying where the change is greater than 0, put the change, else if it's less than 0, put 0. So that's going to be the gains, and then our losses is going to be np.where change is less than 0, put negative change. Wait. What? What the hell? Oh yeah, I completely forgot that you need to have this as a positive. So that's why we have to do this. So we're basically just, if it's negative, then we're basically going to say turn it into a positive. Okay, and so now we have our losses here, and if we do our gains, you'll see that we have our gains. All right, and then this is a 0, and so what we need to do is we need to do this equals np.nan, and losses 0 equals np.nan. Because on the very first day, you don't have a previous to the very first of anything. And so that's why this is not a number. So the change is going to be not a number, the very first one, and that means that the gains and losses, you can't have a gain or a loss on the very like imagine if Bitcoin just started, you can't have a loss or a gain for the previous day because it just started. So anyways, so let's just make sure that we run all these and make sure that we have everything all nice and set. Okay, and so now comes the part where we have to do the RMA. Now, I have already talked about the RMA on my other YouTube channel. I mean, on this YouTube channel. And so what you guys can do is you guys can go to the YouTube channel and just type in RMA, and it'll bring up the video for you guys, and you guys can watch that video on how to actually calculate the RMA if that's something that you would like to do. Okay? For now, this is a video on the RSI, which, I mean, basically you have to have the RMA in order to get that. But, I mean, I guess you could apply the SMA here or the EMA or whatever moving average that you would like. But the way Tradingview does it is they do use the RMA. Okay? And so what you have going on here is you have this RMA Tradingview that I have created here. And it's basically this. So now, again, you guys can go and watch the video if you want, or you guys can just take a look at this code right here. Or, again, you guys can just go to the GitHub and go into the Quant Freedom Indicators, Tradingview Indicators.py, and then go all the way down to RMA Tradingview 2. And you can look at it yourself here. But this is what we're basically going to be using to calculate the RSI. And so the RMA, can I do this? Let's look up the RMA. Okay, so the RMA is basically this equation right here, which is alpha times source plus 1 minus alpha times the previous sum. Okay, and that's basically what we have right here. Alpha times source, blah, 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 blah. So again, if you guys have seen the video, you guys know that it works perfectly fine. All right, and so to continue on with our quest for the RSI, our next thing that we have to do is, it says here, do the RMA of the up and the RMA divided by the RMA of the down. And so that basically is the RMA of the gains divided by the RMA of the losses. And so what do we have to do first? Well, we have to get the damn RMAs, okay? So we will do that right now. So I'm going to say RMA gains and RMA losses equals RMA TV2. I'm going to say source 1 is gains, source 2 is losses, and length is length. That is going to spit out our RMA gains and our RMA losses. So this is just basically a RSI moving average of your gains and an RSI moving average of your losses, okay? And again, the way that works is over here. So the way it works is we'll send in the source of the gains, and we will do this right here, which is the new length minus 1. So this is like to start out the RMA. Then we'll get the SMA, as it says in the RMA. The first one is the SMA because the previous sum is NA. Then after that, we'll do the same thing for the RMA2 right here, and we also have that here. And then eventually we'll return the RSI moving average for the gains and the RSI moving average for losses. Again, watch the video if you guys would like to know exactly how that works. So what's the next thing on the list here to do for the RSI? Well, like we talked about in this thing, it says that we have to divide the gains by the losses, okay? And so what does that mean? We take our RS equals RMA gains divided by RMA losses. So now we have our RS. It's going to be this right here. All right. So then now we have to apply 100 minus 100 divided by 1 plus RS. So we have RSI equals 100 minus 100 divided by 1 plus RS. Okay, and so you actually don't really need this right here, because we're basically going to go here, then we'll do this, then we will do this. That's just basically the order of operations. So we have the RSI like that, and if we run the RSI, you'll see here 48.6, 46.49. So If we remember that correctly, if we come back up here and we look at these purple numbers, was it 48 or 50? There, I was about to say what the hell, because we just created a new candle here. So let's go ahead and re-download everything and then run it again to show you guys. But so it's 58.07 and then 58.60. And yeah, let's see what it says down here. 58.07, 58.60, 56.42, and we also have that over here, 56.42. All right. So the next thing we have to do is wrap it in a function, and so this is what the function ends up looking like, where you have, like we've gone over, your price shift, or your prices shift, or I should just call this previous source, right? So actually, we will replace that with previous source, and change that. And so we have previous source equals np.roll source, blah 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 blah. This is everything that we've already just done, except it's just wrapped in a nice little function that I've already created for myself. So I actually need to go and place that like that. And if we run that, then now we have our, what is it called, TV RSI, and we're going to send our source is going to be close, length is going to be 14, and again 58.7, 58, whatever it is. Then now we have to do the plot the RSI, and so let's see here, RSI. So the way this works is I will I guess I'll just basically come over here, show you guys. All right, so what we'll need to do is you actually have to have I'll show you guys over here. So you actually have to also have from plotly.subplots import make subplots if you guys want this to work, okay? And so the way it'll work after you've done that is we want to get our date times. And so we need the candles that we've downloaded, right? So here we have our candles, right? These are our candles. So what do we need? We need our candles, so that way we can go and create the date time. So here you'll need pandas, import pandas as PD. Again, I have all of this done already for you guys, so if you don't want to, you know, go through all this stuff, you guys can just use the thing that I've made. So we have the date times, pd.toDateTime, candle 0, which is our time frames. So let me just do something here. Okay, I just changed some updates in my little code here. So anyways, we're grabbing the timestamps from the candles, and we're turning each one of those timestamps, because this is what they look like. These are Unix timestamps or epoch timestamps. And oh wow, we just changed over to 17 trillion or whatever it is. Wow, that's insanity. Okay, so we're taking those timestamps and turning them into date times, which is what you guys see over here. This is obviously human readable. And so the next thing that we do is we need to make these subplots. And so you're going to make columns. We're just only going to have one column. We're going to have two rows. So the first row is going to be for the candles. The second row is going to be for the RSI. Then we want the axes to be shared. It's true. So that way when we're zooming in and stuff like that, it changes with us. And then the subplots, I just have it named as candles, and then the second one you just name it RSI if you would like. This is an overall just function that I'm showing you guys, but you just change this to RSI. The row heights, these are percentages, so I'm giving the first row, which is the candles, 60%. The second row is going to get 40% of the total height, and then the vertical spacing between is going to be 0.1. And then here we need to do fig.addTrace, and so we're adding, I guess, whatever Plotly calls a trace to the subplot. And so here we're making the candles. This pop-up thing is so annoying. So the candles, go.candlesticks. By now you should be a little bit familiar, hopefully, with how this works. The x-axis is going to be the date times. Then we're going to have our open, high, low, close, which for me, I guess I need to change these as well. All right, I just updated it real quick. So here we're getting the opens, the high, the lows, and the closes from the candles. And then we're setting that as column 1, row 1. And then we're going to make another trace, fig.addTrace, go.scatter, because we just need a scatter plot here. And then again, the X is going to be the date times. The Y is going to be the RSI indicator that we just basically created. So This is our RSI right here, so we're going to feed that as the y-axis. So we have the y-axis here for the indicator. Then the name, you can just name it RSI if you would like. And then the line color, you can put yellow, red, green, whatever it is. And so here we have the column is going to equal 1. The row is going to equal 2 because we need to put it on the second row. Then after that, we have our fig.update layout. I just have mine at height as 800. And then I want to say I don't want this range slider. I want it to be false. And then we want to show it. Okay. And so all of that ends up making this. So if we do plot RSI, we do our candles because we want to send our candles. And we say indicator is going to be RSI. Did we make an? Did we save something? Oh yeah, we did. And I think that's it. Yeah. And so now we have our RSI. So if I wanted to change the color, I said red, then we can change it to red, and it will end up working out the way we have programmed it. So again, all of this stuff is on the GitHub. So again, you guys can check that out. Go here to the GitHub. You can pip install, and you can also just look around and check out the GitHub and see what else is in there. Because like I said, I have a whole bunch of Tradingview indicators here. If you look here, got the EMA, RMA, WMA, standard deviation, MACD, Bollinger Band, squeeze momentum by Lazy Bear, range detector, that's what it's supposed to say, Lux, Algo, VWAP, super trend, all sorts of different things here that are all exactly aligned with what Tradingview does. We've got a whole bunch of plotting here of the EMA, SMA, all of this stuff, MACD, everything. And then over here, like I said, we have the Nitro Booster back testing over like almost 13,000 different settings, which equals up to about 136 million different candles. Shows you guys everything that you need. You have your QF score here. It has your trade, total trades, your wins, your losses, your gains, your win rate. Now, these gains are terrible because all this is just buying when the RSI is below like 70 or something like that. And so this is just an example to show you the speed. 136 million in 10 minutes. And then here, like I said, we have a bunch of different exchanges that we are hooked up to. You can download candles. You get your exchange settings here. You can set your risk to reward, your stop losses, your trailing stop losses, all of that fun stuff. Again, like I said, I'm providing free consultations for people and see where you can fit in if you want to get lessons from me or want me to make your strategy for you. You know, there could possibly be a cost involved in that, depending on how much work you want to do or don't want to do. But also the lessons of teaching you how to code, all of that stuff. Just go down below. Follow me on Twitter, like I said. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then let me know on Discord or Telegram that you've done those things and that you're interested in the free consultation, where you can talk to me about whatever it is that you want to do or learn. And here, after you run your back test, you will end up getting these extremely sexy logs that tell you everything that is happening, every single exact thing that is happening in your trade. It tells you when you get into the trade, everything. I mean, literally everything. And yeah, so you would run that. And like I said, like I showed you earlier, if we take a look at everything, you can actually see what each and every single trade did, where it entered, when it exited. You can get a Pandas data frame of exactly all of that stuff. You see your cumulative P&L. Your P&Ls are when you actually take profit. So these things are linked up to when you take profit or get stopped out. And so you can see here, these things are happening. It shows you exactly where. Shows you how you're moving your trailing stop loss, all of that stuff. Each and every single thing in written form that you can check out. And like I said here, we've got Mufex here. If we can try to take a trade on that, let's see if it'll pop up. Boom, it's ready on Mufex. It's ready on Bybit, like I've already shown you guys. It's ready on Apex. If you guys want to place some trades on Apex, you can. Here we've got a, let's see if it'll put another sell order in there for Apex. Let's run that. And yeah, so it's like when you're done with your strategy, you can just go live using this backtester as well. And like I said earlier, you guys can also even watch it happen in real time. This is my own thing. It's not even Tradingview or anything like that. So you guys know Tradingview can't do something like this. So, and again, we also hooked up to Binance. As you can see, we've got a position here. So like I said, follow Twitter, follow Discord, join the Telegram. And also, this is the exchanges that I'm using. Mupex is my preferred decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchanges are better in my opinion. Apex is a decentralized exchange. Dydex, DYDX, and then Bybit and Binance are my two exchanges that I'm suggesting for centralized exchanges. And then we also have a VPN to use if you need to use it. I guess for legal reasons, I guess I would have to say don't use a VPN if your country doesn't want you to do it legally, and don't use it if the exchange that you're using says do not use it legally. But you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I just am not going to be responsible. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next video.